Hello and welcome to King Kaboobler Plays Mega Man 4. Today we will be looking at Mega Man fighting against the dirty DustMan. As we all know, dust is a very dirty substance, and DustMan is the king of the dirtiest of dirts. You see, DustMan was originally created way back in 1988. When Dr. Wily was working on the Robot Masters for the second installment of Mega Man, which is pretty much a biography on his life and struggles. And basically, DustMan version 1.0, the very first DustMan that was created, wasn't exactly good at controlling his dust. You see, the way DustMan is supposed to work, he's supposed to suck in all dust around him and then expel it in a weaponized form. However, this first version of DustMan was somewhat defective. He would just create the dust within him, not sucking it up, but just adding more dust to the area. He made everything so dirty. In fact, the Robot Masters that Dr. Wily were creating at the time, a lot of them were actually destroyed quite a bit because of all the dust that DustMan was getting into the components. He would just walk around and spread his dust. Why, there were like 6 versions of Woodman before Woodman actually became kind of finalized, and 3 of those versions were actually destroyed by DustMan. It's a very little known fact, actually, because you see, DustMan also had a thing for peanut butter, and what he would do is he would just walk around and eat lots and lots of peanut butter and spread it all over the place, because DustMan did not know how to be clean. He just didn't know how. It wasn't in his programming. Dr. Wily kind of found it to be irrelevant to give DustMan the ability to be clean. After all, he is DustMan. So basically, he would spread peanut butter all over the components to these robots, not really even giving any attention to what he should be doing at that time, which was training for world domination, or to help actually Dr. Wily achieve world domination. And of course there was stuff like that. He would train, but really he was really quite useless, as all he did was create dust and eat peanut butter. So unfortunately, this very first version of DustMan had to be removed. Dr. Wily destroyed him and used some of his parts in the second version of DustMan. The second version of DustMan was created just 6 months after the destruction of the first DustMan, and he was kind of somewhat notable. Actually, he was notable for just pretty much doing nothing as well. He would sit around and watch Netflix all day and eat potato chips. Dr. Wily really couldn't get him to do anything else. So after a while, instead of destroying him, he found that DustMan actually had a good ability to recommend various Netflix shows that, well, okay, more like Blockbuster Video, of course, as Netflix wasn't around back then, but it was the 80s and 90s equivalent to Netflix, Blockbuster Video and other rental shops. He would rent movies from these shops and then recommend these movies to Dr. Wily, and he was actually good at picking the movies that Dr. Wily liked. So of course he kept DustMan version 2.0 around, and he even still exists to this day, still recommending movies, this time on Netflix. So, you know, DustMan version 2.0 is probably the most successful of all the DustMan, as he never actually got destroyed. But Dr. Wily still needed a dust-based robot for his fourth attempt at world domination. So he created the DustMan version 3.0. However, DustMan version 3.0 was colored purple and orange. And although that looked good on paper to Dr. Wily at the time when he was created and everything was finalized, the purple and orange color scheme just didn't work. Dr. Wily didn't like it very much. And instead of just recoloring him or, changing the armor plating, Dr. Wily decided, no, we are going to redo DustMan and make him the best possible version with absolutely no weaknesses. So DustMan version 4.0 was created, and he is by far the most intimidating of all the DustMan. He does not want to eat peanut butter. He does not eat anything because, well, he's a robot, and robots don't need to eat. The first version was malfunctioning. His AI was a little bit wonky. I guess that's what happens when you download a human consciousness into a robot, but that's a whole nother story for another time. So basically, Dr. Wily decided to destroy version 3.0 and focus on the new version. And the new version would take in the dust and expel it in a weaponized form. And we are about to see the fourth version of DustMan in action. Behold your eyes, ladies and gentlemen, for we have a perfectly nice blue and white DustMan. None of that purple and orange. He except one thing that Dr. Wily did was he actually forgot to eliminate his weakness for rings. And unfortunately he is very vulnerable to rings and ring-based weaponry, as you saw as Mega Man defeated him quite easily on half a life bar, with still probably only getting hit once. And that is the end of this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and come back for the next video. The next video will also be Mega Man 4 versus ?